Hello everyone! Today we'll be making kvass, which is an Eastern European fermented beverage made with sourdough starter. So it's predominantly lactic acid fermentation if you meet certain requirements. So basically you need to create certain conditions for kvass to lacto-ferment, because as you probably know, there's also yeast in sourdough starter. Of course there will be some yeast action, so it will contribute to carbonation, but we mainly need lactic acid fermentation. So we will need just 3 ingredients. We'll need just 4 ingredients, which is water, sourdough starter, any kind of sugar, toasted rye bread. We'll start with sugar. You will need any kind of sugar. I prefer raw sugar or jaggery. It will contribute to the flavor of the kvass. But you can also use just normal table sugar. Traditionally it would be honey though, and that's great, you can use honey, but I just prefer this flavor of jaggery. If you want your fermentation to be predominantly lacto fermentation, then you will need to meet certain requirements. One of the requirements is the level of sugar. So your level of sugar should be about 10% of the total weight. We're going to make 2 liters of kvass, so we will need 200 grams of jaggery. The next ingredient is toasted rye bread. We toasted this bread and we ground it. So this bread can be just crushed in small pieces. We're using 200 grams of that. Now we're going to add hot water. This is just to make sure that we dissolve the jaggery and we also steep the toasted rye bread. When the sugar is dissolved, we will need to cool it down to about 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Basically it can be anything below 30 degrees Celsius. Just to make sure that when we add sourdough starter, we don't kill any bacteria. So when it's cooled down, we're going to add a little bit of active sourdough starter. That's about it. And then we're going to ferment this kvass at 20 to 22 degrees Celsius for about 2 days. You can go a little bit longer, for 3 days. If you prefer a drier and more acidic beverage, my suggestion that you go for like 50 to 60 hours. That's my sweet and sour spot. Now we're going to rag this kvass off the sediment. It's nice and fermented. So we fermented this kvass for 3 days at room temperature and then for 2 days in the fridge.